Trying to manage your money in your 20s often feels like a constant game of catch-up. The standard advice is the 50-30-20 rule. Allocate half your income to basic needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings. On paper, this makes perfect sense, but rigid budgeting models shatter the second they make contact with reality. Let's say you're following your budget perfectly. Then your car makes a terrible noise, and a mechanic says the repair will cost $1,200. Or an unexpected medical emergency puts you in a hospital bed, leaving you with a deductible you are legally required to pay. A basic budget doesn't account for financial shocks. Without a defensive foundation, plotting out your monthly expenses leaves you entirely vulnerable to the unexpected. Instead of treating your finances like a checklist, look at them as a chain reaction. We can call this the financial domino effect. This ecosystem relies on 4 pillars: managing your side income taxes, building a dedicated emergency fund, aggressively attacking your debt, and optimizing your credit score. Because these elements are interconnected, you don't have to tackle them in isolation. Aligning them in the right order means that fixing one area of your finances automatically triggers success in the next. The first domino is protecting your income. If you drive for an app, sell goods online, or pick up freelance work, you are classified as an independent contractor. To the IRS, you are a business. That means you have to keep strict records. Tracking your business expenses and saving your receipts allows you to deduct those costs, which directly lowers the amount of tax you owe. You also need to proactively estimate your taxes and make payments 4 times a year, in April, June, September, and January, to avoid penalties. By calculating your tax liability and isolating that money early, you build a defensive wall. You ensure the IRS can't unexpectedly wipe out your savings when tax season rolls around. Once your tax liability is cleared, you can route your clean post-tax profits, or roughly 20% of your main income, directly into a dedicated cash reserve. This is your emergency fund. It has one strict operational rule. It is a shock absorber used exclusively for unplanned, unavoidable expenses. It is not for a vacation or a new laptop. According to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, people who lack a cash reserve struggle to recover from financial shocks. When the car breaks down, they have no choice but to rely on high-interest credit cards or personal loans to survive. A dedicated fund provides more than liquidity. It acts as a primary defensive shield that stops you from sliding into high-interest debt when life gets unpredictable. With a fully funded emergency buffer in place, you are free to pivot from defense to offense. You can aggressively attack your existing debt without the fear of backsliding if a tire blows out. This chart shows 2 different ways to do that. On the left side, we see the avalanche method. This mathematically optimized strategy targets your loan with the highest interest rate first, minimizing the amount of money you lose to the bank over time. On the right side, we see the snowball method. Instead of looking at interest rates, you pay off your smallest balance first, then roll that monthly payment into the next smallest debt. Financial experts often recommend the snowball method for young adults. Clearing those smaller debts provides quick emotional wins, which supplies the sustained motivation needed for a multi-year repayment journey. Paying off a loan in full permanently recaptures your monthly cash flow, giving you the capital necessary to build real, long-term wealth. Paying down those balances triggers a passive secondary benefit, a direct increase in your credit score, a number ranging from 300 to 850 that estimates how reliable you are as a borrower. This diagram illustrates a metric called credit utilization, how much debt you have compared to your total available credit. As you pay off balances, this ratio drops, which heavily impacts scoring models in your favor. By keeping your utilization strictly under 30%, leaving your older accounts open, and maintaining a long history of on-time payments, your score organically climbs. A high credit score serves as a financial VIP pass, qualifying you for the lowest possible interest rates on major purchases like cars and homes. This is how the ecosystem works. You manage your taxes to protect your income. You use that income to build an emergency fund, which blocks financial disasters. That safety net frees you to melt away your debt, which naturally pushes your credit score to the top tier. Putting these pieces in order transitions you from constantly reacting to your money to confidently directing it. To put this into practice, you can take 3 steps today. First, go to annualcreditreport.com, pull your free credit report, and dispute any incorrect data or fraudulent accounts. Second, map out every debt you currently owe. Look at the numbers and formally commit to either the snowball or the avalanche strategy so you know exactly where your extra cash is going. Third, log into your bank and set up an automatic recurring transfer from your checking account into a dedicated emergency fund. An unbreakable financial foundation doesn't happen by accident. It's built by establishing immediate, automated systems that do the work for you, protecting your future self from the unexpected.